YEEZY PT-01. I got these yesterday. I made a first impressions review. I guess this is the first impressions review. I didn't like it, so it's the next day, and I'm gonna make this again. So, yeah, YEEZY PT-01 ordered on August the 30th. They were shipped on November the 8th, delivered on December the 1st. And this came with my YEEZY PT2s, came with my YEEZY JC2, and also came with my YEEZY LS13, which is in the other room right now. But yeah, I got these. This is more of the polyester, well, nylon. I'm sorry, not polyester, nylon. 100% nylon. Here's a tag right there. Focus, please. PT1, size 1, nylon, made in China, washed cold, tumble dry, and low. And yeah, this is super light compared to the PT2 and the PT4. I would say the PT4 is the heaviest. Then you have the PT2s, and then the PT1s are feather light. It's like air. I mean, you see it just moving around everywhere. But yeah, these things are pretty sweet. This is definitely what I would call more of a daily, but in the spring and hotter months. So if you want like a pants to wear, it's above, say, 75 degrees outside, or it's like pretty warm, I think you would be the most comfortable in this out of all of these other pants. The PT4s, maybe you could get away, but I wouldn't consider them like hot weather. The PT2s, maybe you can get away with that more in the warmer months, but this for sure, like skateboarding in the summertime. I know people ask like why you mention skateboarding all the time, because I skated for 10 years and I judge pants by how good they are with skateboarding. Not the best way to judge stuff, but yeah, these would probably be really good for that. But quality-wise, a couple of things I wanted to mention. If you've seen some of the other pant reviews, they are constructed very differently to some of the other pants. So on the PT ones, which are on the right, the PT4 that's on the left, they have a slightly different belt loop, but the pockets are nearly the same. Is that the rear pocket? Hold on. Nope, that's the front one. All right, you can see the pockets are the same design, same stitching and all. And the waist stitch is, well, actually, the waist stitch on the PT4s is slightly different. That fold on the stitch is just a little bit different. So if I get the well, hold on, before I show you the waist stitch, the crotch area, the crotch stitch is really hard to talk with Invisalign. I'm sorry. The crotch stitch is very slightly different as well. It's more folded on the PT4s, but you can see the roll stitch on the PT1. And then compared to the PT2, yes, on the PT2 they look a little bit more similar. On the crotch stitch, they look similar on the waist stitch, and they have the same belt loop, but they have totally different pocket designs. The PT2s have a vertical and what I would consider the better pocket design, because you can actually access it without how you got to wear these on your waist. And the the PT1s, yeah, they don't have the best pocket design. They are way too high up on the waist for how high you got to wear this pants on yourself if you have a slightly more tight fit. And yeah, measurements and stuff like that, let's go ahead and do that. My measurements, y'all, they're not going to be the most accurate, so take everything with a grain of salt, please. No one's perfect. But yeah, circumference, we are looking at about a rough estimate. Circumference is about 35 centimeter, 35 inches, 35 on the circumference, rough. The overall length, Overall length is about 40, hold on, 42 and a fourth for the overall length. For the inseam length, inseam is about 30 and a half inches. So rough sizing estimates. Overall quality seems pretty nice on these. Rear pockets as well. Front pockets. The Velcro crotch, like we all know and love. Am I really a fan of the Velcro? It's okay. I wouldn't say the Velcro is my favorite, having worn all three of these different pants. It's very unforgiving. I mean, I guess zippers are unforgiving too. I guess if this whole crotch area was just not as high, if like the vertical height between the bottom stitch of the Velcro and the top was like cut in half, then maybe it would, well, maybe I would need a larger size because I feel like the only reason this Velcro isn't ripping on me is because of how the sheer amount of Velcro. And because I put a lot of pressure at the very top right here, I'm perfectly comfortable, but I do put a lot of pressure at the very top of this Velcro strip because of how it fits me. It doesn't rip because of the sheer amount of Velcro. So I guess if this was a traditional zipper, maybe I should size up, yes. But it's kind of like there's kind of a dynamic here. Like some things just kind of worked out in my case. I will try this on before I give you sizing recommendations. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, getting these things on. And yeah, I gotta pull them up quite a bit. It's like the bottom of my stomach area that they are on. Utilize this pocket as a recorder hook. And yeah, as I'm bending down, I don't hear any noise in the Velcro, so that means it's not ripping up. The nylon seems to be a little bit more forgiving as far as stretchiness, or it's just as far as like freedom of movement. Maybe stretchiness is not the right word because I don't believe nylon stretches like that. But here they are on me. I mean, I can slide them down just like a tad bit, not much at all, but they are on. Plenty of movement. Like I said, I bend down to pet my dog. I don't hear any ripping of the Velcro, which is good. I mean, it's obvious that it's up pretty high on me. And honestly, I think some pants this is the proper way to wear it anyway, like to where it's kind of up high. I mean, people will have their different opinions on that. Some pants may feel better than others for that purpose, but these feel good. They look pretty good on my legs, I think. Yeah, like I said, plenty of movement. I can move it pretty high. Maybe at the inseam, I'm slightly concerned about it ripping if I was to like skateboard and stuff like that. But if I'm just out and about, bending down, saying hi to Chai, and all that fun stuff, I don't think there's any issue there. They feel like a perfect fit. Now, if I got to size up, then maybe I could wear them down a little bit lower. Maybe they'll be a little bit more baggy. Well, they would be baggy because I'd be wearing them lower. Maybe I'd need a belt with them too. But I feel perfectly fine. I really do. I don't think someone my size, so I'm 5'8", I wear a 33 and a half, about 33 and a half to like 34 in waist for most pants. And I like this. I like this a lot. If I got a size 2, that would fit me okay as well. Maybe I'll need a belt. Size 3, I don't think I would need a size 3. What should you do? Well, if you are 5'8", 33 and a half waist, and you don't want it to sag a whole bunch, you're slightly athletic build, you'll be fine with the size 1. Go with the size 2 if you want something that's slightly baggier. If you're 6 foot, I will say that these feel like the shortest as far as overall length goes. So if you're 6 foot, I would say go for a size 2 solely for the length. And if you are more heavier set, go for the size 3. That's like if you wear anything like in the 40s maybe, Yeah, any like 40s, mid 40s, go for a size 3. Don't even think about it because you do not want to get too small of a size solely because of the waist. If this thing has to squeeze you any more than it is me, then it may be pretty uncomfortable. So, but yeah, that's really it. They are pants. Should you buy them? You can't because they're not on the site at the time of this recording, so you may have to get them on the third party. So, yeah, go with your mistrusted source for that. But anyway, I'm out of here. Thank you all for watching as always, and more soon.